have a simple hack that might just help you tackle all those sewing projects that you have hidden away in your sewing room. Hello, and welcome back to my sewing room closet, the place where some projects have lived for more than 10 years, and I've decided that needs to change. So I'm going to write each one on a piece of paper, stick them all in this jar, and then choose one randomly and try to make them all over the next few months. Things like scrap, quilt, thrifted, couture, dress. Just to name a few. And those are the most recent projects that I've added to my closet. The old ones are hiding in this tower that's wanting to collapse. I've decided to just number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 for a grand total of 22 projects. So I know you might be thinking, what kind of hack is that? Well, it's the kind that will sort of trick your brain into being more motivated to accomplish the projects that have been hiding away for years. At least it did for me. See, I'm the type of person that likes to make lists. And the majority of the projects that I have in that closet are here in this book. I even have a whole bunch on a whiteboard that hangs in my sewing room for me to look at. But nothing ever gets started. I think for many of us, when we think about the amount of projects that we have, we get very overwhelmed. Lists can be overwhelming, or just thinking about all the bins and things that are hiding away. That can be very overwhelming, and then we just never get started. So that's why I decided to write down each one of my projects on a slip of paper and put them in this jar, and then randomly pick one and try to make them over the course of the next few months. I wiped off what's on my whiteboard and got rid of these pages of lists in my notebook, and that way I only have to focus on one project and the rest will be waiting. But I know that this will kind of get me more motivated to keep going, to see this one through to the end. Number 3. Vogue number 1348 out of this beautiful batik. And that project will be in the next video. But first, I wanted to give you one other tip when going through all of your projects that I didn't do the first time I went through all of them. The first time I went through them, I just kind of glanced at them quickly and numbered them, and then added the other projects I knew were in here to the jar. But I never really took a lot of consideration into the fact of whether or not I was going to want to make each project. And when I went back through them, I realized there were some projects in here that needed to be put on hold, because they are garments I'm wanting to make for my daughter. And she lives in Texas, and I'm here in Florida. And I need to make mock-ups of them first before I can cut into the fabric. So those projects will come at a later time, which led me to go through all of my thrifted clothing I've had stashed in this cabinet. And I got rid of a whole bag. Things that I thought maybe I might use in another upcycled project. So now I opened up some space for my daughter's projects to sit until I get a chance to make those mock-ups. I also found some things in my stash that are going to work great for some of my projects I have here in my Pinterest project book. Which brings me to the projects that are in this closet listed here in this jar. Because these are not all the same projects as what I started out with. And so I wanted to do a quick rundown of all the projects that I have. I'm keeping the thrifted couture dress. That is this one here. I'm making some tights out of this stretch lace. These skirts don't fit, and I'm not sure I want to keep them. Got to do something with them. This is a pretty blue batik, and I'm going to be making this pattern. That's number 1. Number 2 is this pretty fabric in this dress here. Number 3 I'm working on. Number 4 is taking these 2 stretch knits and making this view for the shirt. Number 5 is this pretty fabric. I'm making this dress. Number 6 is going to be this gown here. Part of this one will be upcycled, and part of this is brand new fabric. That one was a Pinterest project. Number 8 is also a Pinterest project. I would like to make this dress. It will also be an upcycled project from these garments here. Number 7. Now this project is something I started many, many years ago, before menopause set in. It's something that I have cut out already out of some really beautiful satin fabric and a red crepe-like fabric for the skirt. But I'm not sure that this short top and this skirt is going to work with my tummy, so we'll see. Number 11 is this dress, and I have the perfect striped stretch knit to make it with. Number 10 is also a Pinterest project dress, and I have some really cool canvas fabric that I got at an art thrift store that's going to be just perfect for it. Number 9 is also a Pinterest project dress, and I'm going to make it out of this really cool butterfly canvas fabric. This is another Pinterest project top. I love this patchwork. This is going to be a half upcycled, half brand new fabric project, as there are some pants in here. And then there's the gray lace dress. It's going to be based somewhat on this idea, where you have lots of sections of lace motifs sewn together along with some other fabrics. So about 6 months ago, there was a person on Facebook Marketplace that had listed a whole lot of patterns. She was moving away and was cleaning out her sewing room. And she also brought me a whole bunch of these lace motifs. All kinds of lace trims, lots of beautiful things. And last but not least, the scrap quilt. Now, the last time I purged all of my scraps, I saved every bit of cotton that I had. And this bag is stuffed full of scraps. Now, I've never made a quilt before, but I really have wanted to make one. My grandmother was a quilter. My mom even made a quilt. And I have some beautiful quilts as family heirlooms. That's going to be my big challenge, along with some of these other projects I have in here. So after going through all of my projects and my stash, I've had a chance to purge a bunch of unwanted things. And not only did I free up some space in my cabinet, I freed up some space in my head. And now I'm confident and know that the projects I have in here are things I actually want to make. For me, it's little things like this that help motivate me to work on my projects and not be overwhelmed at how many I have. I hope some of these tips will help motivate you as well. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for number 3. Vogue number 1348. Out of this beautiful batik.